A Boulder paramedic has been charged with manslaughter and forgery after sedating and restricting a man who later died. The DA says Edward McClure's, quote, reckless acts directly led to that man's death. Denver 7's Ryan Fish sat down with the district attorney to learn more about this case.
The death of Mr. Barsenas is an incredible tragedy and should not have happened.
Boulder County District Attorney Michael Doherty spoke with us Friday after his office announced the manslaughter and forgery charges against Boulder paramedic Edward McClure. They stem from what happened at CU Boulder's Center for Innovation and Creativity in December. According to court documents, Boulder and CU police were detaining 36-year-old Jesus Barsenas, who was shouting incoherently. Officers deemed they needed to restrain him to get control of the situation. I asked Doherty why no officers were charged after their use of force.
Based on our investigation, we determined that the law enforcement officers involved did not commit any criminal offense that can be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. They didn't violate any policies or any criminal laws here in the state of Colorado.
After McClure arrived on scene, the report says he gave Barsenas 5 milligrams of the sedative droperidol without asking officers what was happening.
The paramedics allowed to use that sedative. However, what I would stress here is that sedative was provided to Mr. Barsenas without any examination in advance or consultation with law enforcement.
The report says McClure then asked that Barsenas be lifted onto a gurney. This photo shows how he was placed lying face down on his stomach. Before he was restrained, McClure allegedly said, quote, "Now let's strap the crap out of him." And later, quote, "Just keep him face down. I don't care." A state law passed last year says Colorado peace officers should use the prone restraint technique only when it is necessary to safely control a subject and alternatives are not feasible.
Mr. McClure lifted up the top half of the stretcher so that in addition to being prone and face down, Mr. Barsenas' upper torso and head were then elevated, which it's alleged made it more difficult for him to breathe.
Barsenas died 2 days later. The coroner's office ruled the cause was sudden cardiac arrest that came from the physical struggle, his prone position, the restraints, the sedative medication, as well as the toxic effects of meth. The next day, McClure was fired by AMR, which tells Denver 7 in a statement, quote, "We can confirm that the paramedic involved was terminated when an internal investigation identified that he violated county protocols after extensive training." The affidavit alleges McClure's interviews and reports after the incident were false, leading to the forgery charge.
Having talked to Mr. Barsenas' family, they're obviously devastated by what's happened here. So our team is going to fight tirelessly for justice in this case.
McClure surrendered at the Boulder County Jail Friday and is now out on bond. He'll be required to return to court. In Boulder, Ryan Fish, Denver 7.